Okay, so if you log into Wigio and you click on download, you can download this file, and we're just going to work through the SUMIF. First of all, countif, countifs, and then SUMIF, SUMIFs functions. Alright, so here we have a list of names, the person's age, their department, and their salary. So what I want to do is name each range, right? So I want to name all these ranges here. Now to do that, I can just select the entire range, then click on Formulas, Create from Selection, right? Just get the names from values in the top row, and then click OK. So now I have first name, last name, age, right, it's in the name box, you can see it in the name box in the top left, department, and salary. So the total count of all workers working in the QA department. So basically I'm counting the workers in the QA department. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't want to have to count for each one. I want to have a formula, and that's transferable across these 3 cells here. So what I do is use countif is equal to countif, countif, open the bracket. What am I counting? I'm counting people in the department column. What am I looking for? In this instance, I'm looking for QA, which is typed in here. So I'm going to use cell referencing. It's quicker. Close the bracket. Right, there's 5 people working in QA. I can copy my formula down, and my formula works for those in sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so total count then of all workers that are older than 35. So again, is equal to countif, countif, and I'm looking at the age of the worker. I want to check then, so comma, the criteria, which is older than 35, right? So greater than 35, and then inverted commas, close brackets. Right, 7. Now you can change that to be greater than or equal to 35 if you wish, and you get 8. Then the total count of all workers that are aged between 42 and 55. Now this is different because I have 2 different criteria. The first one is, are you 42 or older? And the second one is, are you 55 and under? So it's 2 criteria. So I'm going to use the countifs function, is equal to countifs. I'm going to check the ages. Right, and I'm going to say greater than or equal to 42, greater than or equal to 42. Second criteria, check the age again, and it's less than or equal to 55, less than or equal to 55. Right, so I get 4 people that are aged between 42 and 55. Next, total count of all workers with the last name beginning with M. So in this instance, I'm just looking at people whose last name begins with M. So it's 1 criteria. So it's is equal to countif. I'm checking the last name column, and I want to see, does their name begin with M? So it's M followed by the wildcard, which is the asterisk. Right, that stands for anything. And I get 4 people. So 1 Murphy, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Total count of all workers aged 30 to 40 working in management. So I have several criteria here. and it's more than 2, it's actually 3 different criteria. So I'm using countifs is equal to countifs open bracket. First I'm looking at the age, so I'm checking if the person is between 30 and 40, so I'm going to say is greater than or equal to 30, and also the age is less than or equal to 40. Less than or equal to 40. Okay, so that's the first 2 criteria. The third criteria then, does the person work in management? So I'm going to have to check the department, and I'm looking for people who work in management, so I can type it in. And I get 2 people. So the final one for count is total count of all workers, excluding those in accounts and R&D. So again, it's more than 1 criteria, so I'm using countifs is equal to countifs, and I'm checking the departments, inverted commas. Now to exclude something, I say is not equal to, and that's less than symbol followed by greater than symbol, and the first one is accounts. And then I'm going to look at department again, and I'm going to exclude R&D workers. Less than, greater than, R and D. So I get 16 people. So that's the count if and count ifs. Next we're going to look at some if and some ifs, and that'll be in the next video.